Sorry. Yeah.
Wait, so I'm just gonna start going?
Yeah, you can just start going another.
Okay.
If you'd like, you can introduce yourself.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I feel like for the most part the world does not see me the way that I want to be seen, and I think I try very hard to dress in a certain way and act a certain way to get people to see me like that, but it falls flat most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Is that all you want to say?
That's all I got.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess I would say the world sees me for how I am. I have what you would say like stereotypical masculine traits, and I dress in a very masculine way. I feel like genetics kind of helps out a lot with that. I have, constant stubble and very broad shoulders. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have to try that hard.
Yeah, nice. Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, I would say I don't feel like people see me for who I really am. I think that no matter what, everyone's gonna...
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Everyone's gonna have their own interpretation of me, especially because I look a certain way, I guess, but I don't know.
I want to be seen in a way I know is impossible, so instead I settle for half measures and vague approximations, but it doesn't mean that it won't happen. Chances of finding a galaxy in a room somewhere are slim. But in the same vein, possibilities are endless as the stars themselves.
I don't really feel like I'm seen the way that I want to be seen, but I think it's because I don't know how I want to be seen. I don't necessarily know who I am, truly. I know parts of me, but I don't know if people see me the way that I see me.
I think I am, and I'm not also seen how I want to be seen, because who I am changes from moment to moment, so some moments yes, and some moments no. And as I learn who I am more, I figure out what that means.
Identity is that it's never what you think it is. It's always the opposite, and it's how the other person in the room looks at you versus what the mirror sees. It's never the truth. It's just the walls that hide the truth.
Presented by this paper bird that my friend Gage made. I guess my experience with gender identity, like, I think the earliest I remember thinking about it was when I was like 4, and I asked my dad, why am I a girl? And he said, because God made you a girl, which is a bullshit answer because it's completely circular. But anyways, and then I remember like the idea, once I kind of knew what trans was, the idea that I might be a boy came up every now and then, like in grade school, but I was like, well, I don't think I'm a boy, so I guess I'm a girl by default. And I was also like very instinctively knew that at the time it would not be a good idea to come out to my family. And then, like most trans people of our generation, the pandemic happened, and I suddenly had a lot more time to think about shit that I had been repressing. So I started using they, them pronouns, and then I was like, well, I like this, but now my name feels weird. So I changed my name to Anthony after a fan fiction version of Tony Stark that I was reading at the time. And yeah, the rest is history.
In terms of gender identity, I think I wrestled with it a lot. I used to push down those feelings a lot, and I had this inherent feeling that I wasn't trans enough to actually come out to anyone or tell anybody about my feelings, because I thought it was gonna I thought I was faking it for a long time. And then the more like actual trans people I was around and the more they share their experiences, the more I realized that I relate to them like heavily, and like I can't, like I'm not faking anything, like whatever I was feeling was real. And since then I've been pretty open about it to like everybody who asks, to anybody who wants to know, so.
You need to ask for it, you can see how much you. Really? Who was this? Yeah, on FaceTime. I don't know, I was on FaceTime.
It's time to elevate society.
Oh. So what's your name? Yeah.
It's time to close the door on transphobia.